what happens when you have a human girl enter the fairy realm?
And a centuries-long curse with pirates.
You're about to find out.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Public Library of Mount Vernon and Knox County. What Are You Reading podcast. I'm Christy.
And I'm Katie.
And this month, we are deep in the bowels of summer. Mm-hmm. And Katie and I were talking about what kind of would inspire us in these a little bit past midsummer vibes, right? Mm-hmm. So we looked around. And I was having trouble settling on something. And at first I thought, well, maybe I'll do like a summer kind of cozy mystery. Mm-hmm. So I kind of played around with that idea, and then I thought, no, I want to do something that gets me kind of excited and gets me through these months, because as we all know, I'm a spooky girl, so I love my autumn times. Mm-hmm. So I picked something that was kind of in the middle, and my book is Servant of Earth by Sarah Howley. And this is a nice little fairy story that is, I would say, if you have any experience reading Court of Thorns and Roses, or if you're a fan of Holly Black, the Cruel Prince series, this might be a book for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, I love a good romance too. So we have some romance in here. We've got tons of action. We have amazing world building. So I was really excited to pick this one up because I had heard a little bit about this one, and I think it appeared in a Book Pages.
Okay.
That we have here at the library. You can pick up a free Book Pages, and we like to circle items, and we look forward to books when they come out. Thanks to Book Pages letting us know when they're going to drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your title?
Mine is The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. She also wrote The Lost Apothecary, which is another fabulous book.
So good.
But this one, like her other one, takes place in two different time periods, the 1820s and then present day, and kind of how those two stories end up getting connected.
Ooh. That's exciting.
It is.
I have heard nothing but great things about this book, and it is definitely picking up steam on Book Talk and Bookstagram and all of those social media platforms as well. Mm-hmm. We're lucky that we were able to get the large print.
all of our copies are checked out except for this one. Although technically it's checked out by me, but after we're done recording, I'm going to be checking it in.
Yeah, so hopefully by the time you guys are seeing this, there will be one available, or you can get put on the holds list for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exciting. And the cover's beautiful.
Oh yes, it's beautiful. I actually ended up buying a copy, but my mother has it.
Oh no.
So that's why I had to borrow the library book.
Yeah. Oh. Hopefully she gets around to reading it quickly.
Yes.
But you have already read this, so
yes, I have already read it.
That's fine.
At the beginning, actually one thing that's cool about the beginning of this book is there is a Registro degli Incantesimi Marini.
Ooh.
A register of incantations practiced by the Strega, or sea witches of Amalfi.
Oh, wow.
And it actually explains the different curses that these Strega can do.
Wow.
So, like, one of them is to push away the water. So, like, making the tide go out. There's one to bring the tide in. There's one that can be used to find missing items in the water, or if you're looking for something. There's one that can lower the temperature of the water. One that can change the composition of the water. One that can conjure a maelstrom or whirlpool. And then the last one, which is called the Vortice Centuriaria. That one is basically like the Maelstrom one, but it lasts for 100 years.
Oh my gosh.
So that is kind of the world that we're working in here. So in 1821, we meet Mari. She is a Strega, and she lives in Positano, which is, I believe, south of Naples.
Okay.
In Italy. And it's a very profitable area because there are Strega who are making sure that, there's always fish coming in, and that their fishermen folk are still are able to fish safely and come home. They're also able to keep pirates away, and that's where we meet some difficulties, because we have the Fratelli Mazza, or the Mazza brothers, who are up to no good. They're basically pirates. They also are in human trafficking.
Oh no.
So that's something that Mari has to deal with, especially when she's out with a couple of her friends' kids, and one of the kids actually gets kidnapped by the Fratelli Mazza. So, and the Strega are supposed to be descendants of sirens. So those mythological creatures that lure you onto the rocks. So, and then we fast forward to the present day, and we meet Haven, and she is a nautical archaeologist.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. So she goes and primarily researches shipwrecks, and she is going to Positano because there is one place in Positano called the Lee Galley Islets, where there's just crap, shipwreck after shipwreck after shipwreck, and she's trying to figure out what's up with that. How did that happen? And also her father, who was also a diver, when he was there, found some treasure, but he passed away before he had a chance to go get it. So she's looking for that. She's got this grant and is gonna explore these sunken ships, and that's where we get the stories kind of starting to go together. But then bad things start happening. One of which being a famous influencer who was out in a yacht near the Ligali Islets. It sinks.
Oh,
and 8 people died, including the influencer.
Wow.
So yeah, and it seems like Vesuvius might be getting a little antsy.
Oh my gosh.
So that's making the water do weird things. So that causes a lot of unrest, we'll say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on.
Yeah.
And going back to Mari for a minute, she has an American boyfriend who works for the Fratelli Mazza as a sailor. And so there's a lot of stuff going on with that as well.
Okay.
So, and nobody knows about the Strega except the Strega.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to keep that secret, which gets a little difficult.
Mm-hmm. And the 2 timelines converge.
The 2 timelines will eventually converge.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ships that sinks is one that her Mari's boyfriend, whose name is Holmes, was on when it sank.
Oh wow!
So, and we find there's a lot of stuff that happens.
Okay.
So, and it's pretty much 1-to-1 where you'll read a chapter about Mari and then you'll read a chapter about Haven.
Okay.
You also get some letters from the Fratelli Mazza, which kind of shows you how shady they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, they don't ever mention pirates specifically in here, but this is a pirate story.
They fit the bill. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and you get a little bit of history stuff, and it's a fantastic book.
That sounds awesome. And I love that, like you said, it's chapter to chapter. So that would definitely help me keep things straight, because I know that it can get a little confusing. I think if you guys have been listening to us for a while, you might remember when we did, was it Cloud Cuckoo Land?
Yeah.
Where we really kind of struggled with the back and forth in that. So it does really help when it's a little bit cleaner.
Yes.
You can enjoy the story a little bit more. You may not have to. I'm speaking for myself, obviously. I have to work a little harder sometimes depending on the read. So
yeah, and there are only 3 points of view in the book, and 90% of it is just going between Mari and Haven. Once you get closer to the end of the book, then Holmes gets his own chapter.
Okay.
So, or series of chapters.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot easier to understand. And I think she changes the point of view. So I can't remember, but one of the women is I, the other one is their name.
Okay.
And Holmes, of course, is Holmes.
So it's easy to tell.
So it is easy to tell, even in there. It does say, like, right at the top of each chapter that, like, whose point of view it is and what the date or dates.
Oh, fantastic!
Are. So that helps keep things simple, and I really liked the 1-to-1 because it kept me reading. Because something would almost happen or just happened with Mari, and then all of a sudden we're in Haven, and then she has something going on, and then we go back to Mari. So you just constantly have to be like, well, I can't go to sleep now.
No, I have to find out what's going to happen.
I gotta make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah.
So, and then next thing you know, you've read the book.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is so good. Can't recommend it highly enough. This is one of the few 5-star books that I've read this year so far.
Oh my gosh!
So
okay,
and I mean it is adorable. Also,
is it gorgeous?
Yes. The one that I bought actually has those cool sprayed edges that actually mimic the front cover's colors with the blue and the gold.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
stunning.
The Amalfi Curse.
5-star.
Yep, 5 stars. Check it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that your first 5-star of the year?
I think it might be.
Oh my gosh.
It might have been. Yeah, and they're usually I only do maybe like 10 5-star books a year. And I read around 90. So it's like only about 10% of what I read gets 5 stars. So
that's high praise.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have heard nothing but good things. So that one is definitely on my TBR.
Yes.
It better be on y'all's TBR too. And we will have plenty of copies. So definitely stop in.
Yep. And I'm actually in the middle of the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I'm interested to hear about this Servant of Earth.
Yes. And I think actually I definitely recommend it to you. If you guys like Court of Thorns and Roses, you'll definitely love this. So Servant of the Earth, again, another beautiful cover. Right, like that's really what grabbed me at first. Right off the shelf, I was. If you're at home, it's a black cover, and there is a beautiful young lady on the cover with a sword. So it gets you right off the bat. And the tagline is 6 deadly trials, 0 room for error.
Ooh.
Yes. So we meet our main character. Her name is Kenna, and she is kind of a free spirit. She's a little bit wild for her very small village. Nobody really knows what to do with her. So she ends up stumbling into the fairy realm. And she ends up being the handmaiden to Wara, who is fighting to be the heir of the Earth House. So this sets up a magic system where the kind of fairy world operates on, I think they're the 6 points of magic. So we have earth, fire, light, void, illusion, and blood.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting.
So these get very interesting. And that is why I mentioned earlier Court of Thorns and Roses, because we have a lot of trials in that as well. So if she is able to help her mistress make it to the end of the trial, not only does she become the heir to the Earth Throne, but their lives are spared. So if they fail, it is death. So we are definitely rooting for Kenna to make it through. We meet so many amazing characters. We also meet the head of the rebellion who is trying to overthrow this whole thing because it's not working for anyone and everyone's tired of fighting to the death. So we meet a wonderful cast of characters who are trying to upend this horrible system and change everything. So there's a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue, and I will say that this sword comes into the story quite a lot because our main character has a connection with the sword and she is able to call it at any time.
Nice.
So that is kind of her ability with magic. And this sword also has a mind of its own. So she can't always control it. And we learn about the magic system in this book where that is something that everyone has to kind of learn how to deal with their own special, unique power.
Wow. So
we end up not just falling in love with Kenna, but Lara as well. And, of course, this ragtag team of fae and half-humans and, all kinds of wonderful creatures that you'll meet in here who are just trying to survive and really break the chains of oppression.
Yeah.
It is a little bit spicy, not a lot, but there is definitely romance in here. So if you're a fan of that, you're not going to be disappointed. And like I told Katie last night, I stayed up way too late because I got to a point where I was like, well, I have to finish it. Not only just for the podcast, but because I was so excited to find out what happened. So, this was nonstop. There was not a point really where I wanted to put it down. But I got to about I think I was pretty close to, I was maybe in the mid 200s and realized I have to keep going. And it's about it's a little over 450, I think. So definitely recommend this one. It was perfect for summer. All of the festivals and kind of the midsummer vibes that were in here, and we all love a good fairy party. So,
oh, absolutely,
this was the perfect choice, I think, for this season.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 from me too. But I'm a big romantasy fan, so I knew I was gonna love it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what you want in summer. You want to read books that there's a high possibility that you're going to like it.
Totally. It's hard to keep attention sometimes in summer because there's so many things going on. And as we're coming here to the end of July, getting ready to move into August and back to school and all of that stuff, it was a great way to wrap up the summer for me. And it sounds like yours was too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you all for joining us so much, and we will join you next month with another reading. So, see you then. Bye.
Bye.